wait no longer. It's time for the game. Gentlemen, you are going to take all of the viewers through the action. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Rob, and it's great to have you on your first ever Rocket League broadcast. And we'll be getting through all of today. Top Blokes, though, up against SRG in match number 1. Lots to prove for both teams, one with a new roster and one that just needs to get the wins, and Ahmad starts off so strong.
Straight away, we didn't even get to talk about anything as Ahmad just puts that one away. Senzo, look at the fake from Sandrock Gaming. I mean, we might call it a fake game, we might call it a little bit of a misread, but that's the communication that this Sandrock Gaming team can bring in. What a great start for the team after we set a rough Intel World Open, Yummy. 0-9, which is so unexpected from a team like that.
Oh yeah, especially, Ahmad is considered the best threes player, obviously in the Middle East, and Khaled, one of the best ones players in the world. He's had great credentials there, and he sits at number 2 on the ranked ladder, often sitting at number 1 in ones. Real grinders out here, and they just haven't had the results that pretty much everybody has been looking for. We know that on an individual level they can perform. We just haven't seen it recently, so this is a pretty good start for them.
I mean, and we know our favourite man, the polarising Johnny Boy. He'd be all over this Sandrock Gaming team, and he would have been disappointed with how they went in the Intel World Open. So, as we said, this is a charity tournament. It's a huge prize pool. It's a great cause. We've got some amazing charities involved. So it's a great opportunity for Sandrock Gaming where there's perhaps less pressure. I know that this team, when they're not in the RLCS, Yummy, there's probably every tournament they feel that pressure to perform against the other European teams. But this is a great tournament to just see how good they can be with no pressure against some of these top-class teams.
Yeah, Top Blokes have been able to form without the pressure as well. I remember Beyond the Summit, they did quite well as well. So very interesting to see they're got this opportunity to do so, that they've got the opportunity to earn $200,000 for charity, and now Chauset steps up. This is what we were looking for.
Here's our man, and it's just like he was watching the pre-show, Yummy. Chauset with a lovely, juicy double touch. Probably got the flip reset as well off that one. Equalising it there. I mean, he's our man. Get him up front. Stop sitting so far back, Chauset, and get up front. That is what we'd love to see. Equalising it up there for Top Blokes.
That was fat. I managed to get the the tie-up in this series. You already see another chance on the net, but it's not going to go through, as we'll be looking more towards Chauset on that front half. But the other thing is, Casio, in that interview, I think he makes a really good point about his ability to read the game. Always so good at challenging the ball, preventing his opponents from being able to have plays. And it's often plays like that I do think get underrated. And you can see that Casio has had so much success across his career in Rocket League.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so versatile as well. That's what he said in his interview. He feels like he reads the play well and can read his teammates even better. So just the way that he can adapt, perhaps noticing right now that if Chauset can be a little bit more aggressive, then maybe he can play that third man role. Or obviously Archie, we know, is a bit of a defensive master as well on the goal line. So I think Chauset has that liberty to push forward. And right now we're just seeing Sandrock Gaming with a few chances, like Khaled nearly with a flip reset fake we saw earlier. But I'm feeling Top Blokes are sort of in control of this game as Sandrock seem to just be pumping it down that end.
I mean, we do keep talking about the individual plays of Sandrock, but Archie is got to be a top 10 player in the world. Not according to the list I made a month ago, but definitely sits there. And
about 17.
I had it way too low. Don't question why I put the Y in Yummy Cheese Man. I put the Y in my lists as well. But Archie, incredible performance amongst the top of EU. And we'll be looking at him to be able to make the big plays, like we're seeing from Khaled, looking for a flip reset, anything that'll beat out one defender and open up the net for his teammates.
Look at the offense right now coming out from Top Blokes as well. Sandrock Gaming, they've got no boost, so Khaled struggling on 0. I mean, this is just an offensive onslaught coming out right now, and that's what we see from these new teams as well. That might go in, no, great save from Khaled, but Casio, he does get that one away. That's what we see from new teams, Yummy. The offense, the honeymoon, they're feeling each other, there's no pressure, and they can just have a bit of fun.
I mean, that is a honeymoon and a half. They looked in sync. They were following each other's touches, and that pass down from Chauset was sublime. If this is what we can expect from Top Blokes, then they are going to be very tough to beat. It's 1 minute 20 remaining, and we'll see plenty of opportunities, of course, for SRG. Offensive powerhouses for sure, able to score on a dime. So not going to be ruling them out anytime soon, as they are getting on attack here, and it will be a chance as Omad gets his chance, but no, Omad can't get the touch. Khaled going in, more shots forward from Senzo as he's just trying to keep the pressure, but it's a great clear from Archie to get him out of defense.
Hey, Khaled, Omad, they're all involved here at the moment. It's just not quite happening. Ahmed, no, he's got no boost there. Won't be able to put that away. I was just mentioning before, Yummy, the honeymoon period. Now, I feel like there's a few people that might not understand what we're sort of talking about with the honeymoon period with these new teams. Just want to just tell us what we sort of interpret as a honeymoon period when these new rosters form.
Yeah, I mean, it is very hard to say, but usually there's a lot less pressure when you just form as a team. You're trying to figure out, and you're playing so free as Archie will sink the third in and most likely secure this game. It's usually that period where everybody enjoys playing with each other. It feels new. There's a lot of motivation, and you just seem to play better. It is usually ended after a few weeks where things start to dip, where the first mistakes start to happen. But it's always good to have a strong honeymoon. It's signs that you'll have huge potential in the future as well.
I mean, that was an absolutely gorgeous double tap off the ceiling there from Archie as well. Right on cue as we're talking about this team playing free, playing losers. Looked like Khaled left net there to let another goal in, but right now as they're 3-1 down, they need 2 goals. This is going to be game 1 going to the top blokes. Archie might get another one. Pass across the pre-jump from Casio. Didn't quite happen, but top blokes, the new roster, Chorset edition, I'm loving it so far.
I'm loving the confidence too. It's not often you see Casio go for the pre-jump, but he has all the confidence to go when there's only a few seconds and you're 2 goals in the lead. They went for it, but I think we might see a little bit more of that across the series. For Sandrock Gaming, probably a little disappointed. They got that early goal, but the offense didn't feel like it got rolling throughout the rest of that game.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like the Sandrock, they had the flip resets. Khaled tried to go for a few flip reset fakes. We saw as well Ahmad going for some as well, but it just, the solo plays just weren't quite breaking the defense down, and I think that's a credit to sort of Archie. We talk about his defense a lot, and also Chorset. I mean, these guys, you know, they're used to this world-class sort of offense, so a team like Sandrock Gaming, as good as they are, they might need to start getting a little bit more creative, Yummy, perhaps throwing in a few more passes, because it just felt like the solo plays, the flip resets, they just weren't quite doing as much damage, on the scoreline than game 1, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, both Chorset and Archie showed up in terms of the best goals of game 1, and they may even be looking for an early one here as they have lots of room on this one. They've got the pass, they've got support on the backboard, but that's a huge race to win. Chorset was hanging forward, expecting that his teammate would win that race. It meant that they had to run back and don't get too many opportunities to score, but it doesn't matter. Archie can make an opportunity out of nowhere.
Just a feather touch there from Archie. Khaled now, it's his turn to push forward as it seems to be an end-to-end here in game number 2, but I mean, I'm so impressed with Archie so far. I know we've talked about him a lot so far in this series, Yummy, but I mean, he just has that touch, and that's why we said he's, currently in the top 10 players in the world, pretty undisputed. I know that your list was, no one cares about your list, but in terms of everyone else around the world, that might be nearly going in. Chorset does make the save. I mean, he's a superstar, and to have the caliber of Chorset with the experience as well, just on a big stage, he's won big events. There might be a shot coming on. Khaled does put that away. The top blokes, I think this could be a winning roster.
Oh, sure. And maybe I had it wrong talking about Chorset having a bit more ability to come up front. Maybe it's all about supporting Archie as well and still trying to find a little bit of room for Chorset to make plays. Because if you can give Archie more time in that front half, you can see how much he can create with so little of the opportunity, with so little of the ball. And he's air dribbling people out of nowhere. If you can give him that room, and Chorset is a defensive player at heart, then he may be able to shine even more than he already does.
So far so good, but as we said, we never really know with that first series. It could be the nerves for Sandrock Gaming. And it is a best of 7. We say single elimination, it's tough, but a best of 7, I feel like it's a really good format. It gives both teams an opportunity to come back in a series if you have a slow start. And right now, Sandrock Gaming, they're only 1 game down. They dropped the first one, but they're starting to look a bit more solid in this game. Yet to see the deadlock being broken, but they're at least seem to be pushing a bit more midfield presence so far.
have looked a little bit desperate, but Ahmad should
There it
get
is.
that one. There's the double. Great pass on the infield as well to set it up for him.
Just no backboard defense at all here from Top Blokes, getting caught out. And Ahmad, there was a beautiful pass from O'Cal at infield as well, and just a free double tap, gets that one in. Nothing that the defense could do about that one. As soon as he saw that free backboard, that's what he's good at. That's what he does best, Yummy. He just puts that one away, and that's why he's a world-class player.
That's not just mechanics, that's brains as well. He sees a player at the bottom of the net. He knows that he can't just hit it on net, that'll get saved out. So he goes for the double, and that was just too awkward to deal with. So once again, SRG have managed to get the first goal in the game. They'll probably want to get a couple more, as they have shown that their defense may be a little bit leaky, as Ahmad will keep that away and get the clear as well.
Oh, huge clear from Ahmad. He's got 0 boost. He's nearly beaten 3 players, but just giving enough breathing space here for SRG to push forward. They've got that 1-goal lead, but I feel like this team, Yummy, when they get a 1-goal lead, they're not looking to hold it. They're looking to get more. They're looking to clip on the other team. They've got the 1v1 experience that everyone obviously talks about. They've got the solo plays, and O'Callaghan's starting to look a little bit more dangerous. We saw before he had the flip reset, the fake, and then obviously the power shot that Johnny Boy absolutely loves from him. Just one of the best strikers in the world.
Oh, that was off the post. It rings. You can hear the bar still going like a tuning fork, but Casio won't be able to finish it off. It's still dangerous in front of net, but Ahmad manages to get that clear. Dangerous moments here for SRG, but they hold on and may even get an opportunity at the other end as Senzo gets a double bump, but Chauset takes it away from the attack as well.
Chauset coming in just in the nick of time there, as now SRG, they're still pushing forward. They've got the 1-goal. Pinch comes forward, and look at that. Casio's looking to clean up Chauset's dirty work there. As again, just Sandrock Gaming, they've got them on the back foot here, Top Blokes, and this is complete polar opposite of what we saw in game number 1, Yummy, where the solo plays weren't working. In this situation, they've got them low boost, they're looking at pressure, and it's just working out for them.
And Archie hasn't had much room on the ball either, and that's got to be credit to SRG, playing from the Middle East, from Saudi Arabia, and managing to shut down everything that Archie's doing, any kind of room he has on the ball, but he's got time now. O'Callaghan stops it again. You saw that Archie was going to score that every day of the week, so it's an important touch as they take it to the other end, and the clock ticks down to 30 seconds left for Top Blokes to try and equalise.
20 seconds indeed, and right now they've got a little bit of boost to work with Top Blokes. It's going to take some magic, I think, though, because this Sandrock Gaming defense, they're pretty good at what they do. They're pretty good at icing the game out, and right now Sandrock Gaming, they're not looking to hold on. They're looking to get one more goal here. Here we go. Senzo might be able to put that one away. Great save from Chauset. Wowee, off his own post here. Top Blokes, one last chance. Khaled up in the air, trying to clear it. This ball will stay up, though. Chauset, he'll keep this one up. Palm it off to Archie. The ball is still in the air. Sandrock Gaming do get the block, however, downfield. Ball hits the deck, and we have a level series, Yummy. What a lovely game there from Sandrock Gaming.
And I love it. Some proof in the pudding. I mean, they lost a few IWO matches, 3-0. I started doubting Sandrock Gaming, but they've got the first game up against one of the best teams in Europe, one of the strongest rosters that we have seen this season. And that's very, very exciting for what we can see. Not too many offensive efforts, but it was just such a good set of play in the midfield, shutting down as much as possible from what Top Blokes are trying to do.
And, I mean, I feel like for Sandrock Gaming, their goal coming into this tournament, their initial first goal, Yummy, they went 0-9 in the Intel World Open. Just win a game. They've won a game. Here they are. They haven't been swept. And onwards and upwards here for Sandrock Gaming. For Top Blokes, however, we need to see that offense come in board. We need to see them shut down this Sandrock Gaming solo plays, which have all of a sudden, after game number 1 saying they weren't quite effective, they seem to be creating all the pressure right now for them.
And we might be being a little harsh on SRG as well, because in the closed qualifiers, I mean, they had a rough day as well, losing to Falcons in the upper bracket. But you knew that once they got the ball rolling, they seemed unstoppable. They got the bracket reset in the grand final. That could be the case today. Just get a little bit of a warm-up, get ready, get used to the high pace, and then we might see a lot more coming out from them, as the beginning of this game hasn't led to either team having really much of an opportunity thus far.
Yeah, it just feels like in this game number 3 here, Sandrock Gaming, they're looking to pepper that backboard. They got that goal in the last game, the winning goal, the 1-0 game from the backboard play. And just noticing that first minute there, they seem to be utilising the backboard a little more. Perhaps a few less air dribbles, a few less solo plays in that sense. And trying to expose the defense. And what we spoke about with these new teams, Yummy, they have the honeymoon period in the offense, but the defense isn't always great. So that's what they can look at here.
Chaucet did so much in that play. O'Callaghan had taken out 2 players. He dribbled out multiple members of Top Blokes, and yet all shut down with one clever touch from Chaucet. And that's even given Top Blokes an attacking opportunity here, as they've been very good at assaulting the net, trying to steal boost away. Cassio gets the corner boost from SRG, and Archie's bumping O'Callaghan out, hoping that they'd get another opportunity and he'd be out of that defense. But it hasn't led to anything just yet for Top Blokes.
Yeah, look, I think Archie's just being an absolute pest. There's a huge whiff, though, coming out. Backboard's going to get hit. Sanzo can't read it, but he does get the dunk on the next hit. O'Callaghan fumbling around net as the Sandrock Gaming defense come to help him out. But right now, it's Top Blokes' turn to attack. Cassio does get the dunk inbounded. Right now, this is what we love seeing from Top Blokes. For some reason, this new team, this honeymoon period, when they get it in the end, the other team struggles to get it out, Yoey. They just keep it in, they lock it in, they keep the pressure, and there's the goal coming out for Cassio, opening up game number 3.
That was a tough one for Ahmad. He was trying to get the flip reset. He was trying to use what little boost he had. And unfortunately, his teammates didn't have any left in the tank. That was all Cassio, stealing those corner boosts, making sure that there was nothing left in the tank to defend. And that's what Top Blokes have been really good at throughout this series so far. Their pressure game, their assault of the net has been really strong.
Yeah, as I said before, when they get it down that end, that could be a goal. Great save coming out from Cassio. When Top Blokes do get it in the offensive half, it just seems like they have a knack of being able to lock it in. Solo play, Santo fake underneath. Surely that's going to go in. Dunk from O'Callaghan. Puts that one away. I'm not sure where he came from. He was up from an absolute light year away. Beautiful dunk play coming out there. Save from Cassio off the goal line. It wasn't to be. Sandrock Gaming equalise here in game number 3.
So much chaos in front of that, and once again another solo play, but this time from the kind of unmentioned player of SRG, Senzo, coming off the roof. I think he usually gets overshadowed by both of his teammates, but Senzo as well, such a good individual player and showing it in that play.
Yeah, absolute superstar. You know, it reminds me of my team, Yummy, you know, when we come in Fever, get all the talk, and I'm just the Senzo, just absolutely going to work for the team, perhaps the unsung hero. But, you know,
I think a lot of people talk about you, but it's not ever a nice thing about what's going on the pitch for some reason.
Oh, okay, well, you know, I'll just think of that in my own head. Here, Archie, great shot coming out. It's too high, however. Cassio tries to clean up his work. Top Blokes, can they keep the pressure on? There's a low boost here coming out on the side of Sandrock Gaming. And as we said, this is what we see best, Yummy. This is where they attack. They seem to have all the boost control. Shot set almost gets a double tap. O'Callaghan does put that away. Top Blokes, they're still on the offense.
Oh, Cassio, maybe trying to fake underneath. Maybe didn't get the flip reset, but it's still going to be a chance. Archie finds an opening. Senzo caught on the backboard, and that'll leave it wide open for Archie.
Just peppering the net again. Senzo went on the backboard, but then as soon as the hit came up, it hit the corner, it hit the waterfall, the guillotine as wave park. He'd love to talk about that. Straight down. He couldn't hop off the backboard quick enough though, Yummy, and that's just what we've seen from Top Blokes. Sandrock Gaming, they don't have an answer to this offensive pressure, and their defense seems to just crumble in these sort of situations with low boost. That could be a goal again. It's got to be another one. There's our man Chaucet putting it away and getting a 2-goal lead now for Top Blokes.
And it's not just pressure as well. It's been such good follow-ups and such good spacing between each other on all of the Top Blokes members. That's what has been allowing them to get these goals. It's allowed them to get this 2-goal lead as well. So now we're in a position where, once again, SRG need to get 2 and they only have a minute to get it.
Yeah, and you just have to think where the goal's going to come from, because this whole game, although obviously they did get the goal earlier on in the piece to equalise, we just haven't really seen the offensive pressure. I guess for me, perhaps Sandrock Gaming, they're not that sort of team. I mean, they're relying on that big solo play to beat a couple out, but it just seems like they struggle to sort of keep the ball in the offensive end, whereas Top Blokes, on the other hand, they love it. They thrive on it. That could just go in. No, it's off the post.
But it is always frustrating, I think, when we're watching SRG, because when they have opportunities to go for pressure, well, in the defense it hasn't gone so well, but when they have the opportunity to go for pressure, they end up double committing.
This was absolutely beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you're going to appreciate this as much as I just did. A man sitting on the backboard, Chaussette has the free hit. Instead of hitting the backboard, Yummy, he looks for the drop down, and Archie, instead of going for the shot, fakes out 2 defenders, causing them to commit, and Casio cleans up the work. That was plays from a team that as a bump come out, Archie, I think, saved his own ball. That's the plays from a team, the offensive plays, Yummy, from a team that it's not their first tournament. It should have been the first tournament sort of team that pulls out that sort of play. That's beautiful synergy and just great game sense here from Top Blokes.
I mean, in terms of honeymoons, this is like 2 weeks in Bahamas. They are really, really connecting right now and just seem so unstoppable by this SRG roster. Top Blokes take game number 3 and take advantage in the set.
You know, I wouldn't mind a trip to the Bahamas.
You just want to get away from me, don't you?
Yeah, honestly, casting with Yummy, ladies and gentlemen, when it starts off, it sounds like a good idea, but then when you're actually doing it, you're thinking, why am I here? So, anyway, we push through. And, we move on. But however, Top Blokes, they're not moving on from this series. They're trying to absolutely squash this Sandrock Gaming side, Yummy. I mean, this has been, as we said, this has been the look of a team, the offensive, the smarts. We talk about the honeymoon period, but I've been more impressed with the way they've been able to gel on the offensive end in just ways that they shouldn't be able to so soon. So that's super impressive to see. We've seen Chaussette get on the offensive, and all 3 players really in sync towards that forward half of the pitch, which is interesting from a European team, if I say so myself. Usually, at least you have someone absolutely down the other end of the field, but to have 3 players so aggressive, so in sync, it's exciting to see.
Yeah, especially with both Casio and Chaussette. I mean, Chaussette, I used to know him as the guy who had to yell at not to go for back boost every 5 seconds so that he could be a part of the offensive play all the way back on reciprocity. He's playing super far forward. He's looking for passes as well. It's not a greedy team like you'd expect from individual mechanical players like Chaussette, like Archie. Often those guys can be like, I am able to score, and often they're right, but they're actually looking to get their teammates involved. They're looking to hit the ball high, often above the Sandrock Gaming defense, and that's opening it up for the third to come through and get the goal.
And they're making Sandrock Gaming panic as well, which is really the exciting thing. If you're a Top Blokes fan, I don't want to say if you're a Top Blokes fan, it's just exciting to see, just in general, Yummy. Because Chaussette, he's coming to this lineup, and they're coming up against a world-class players. Let's say that a world-class team. We've still got to work out how they're going to go in the major tournaments. Let's hopefully to see them in the RLCS. Wink, wink. Let's see what happens. But
if it's not, I'm walking out. I'm walking
100%.
out. They've got to be in.
100%. But to make them panic, as you said, I saw some beautiful fakes coming out from Archie to not just rush the shot. They're taking their time. They have the offense, the speed, the pressure, but they also know when they can back it off when Sandrock Gaming is starting to panic with low boost. So that's exciting to see. And they're not having trouble scoring, Top Blokes, whereas Sandrock Gaming, I think they've only really managed 1 goal per game. So, we need to see something more from them.
Well, they've become a little one-dimensional in the way that they've played. It seems purely focused on getting one solo play, one big play, and hoping for it to open up. That's why I'm a little disappointed with the fact that they haven't been able to keep pressure, keep the ball pinned, have a good rotation. Because usually after that first play, we're seeing the second and third man both jump up for it at the same time, and then all of a sudden they have to run back. They're getting counter-attacked. They're not getting the extra opportunities that Top Blokes are getting from just keeping it in and making a mistake come out from their opponents.
And it could be a confidence issue for Sandrock Gaming. It could just be they're trying to feel out this new roster. I know personally, when you are playing a team with a new player or just a new roster in general, it takes some time to sort of figure them out. And right now, they had to have figured them out. They have offensive pressure like absolute crazy, this team. So that's exciting to see. But Sandrock Gaming, they have to find a way to nullify that pressure. They have to stay calm in defense. I think boost control is going to be huge for them. And I think the solo plays, I mean, they have the plays to create the solo plays, but it just doesn't seem like they're buying time for their teammates to grab boost and support them in the offense. So maybe just slowing it down a little bit and just trying to work more as a team, more as a unit, I'd say.
Yeah, since we have a little bit more time, I mean, going back to the point about O'Callaghan being kind of that ones player and having such good shots, especially ground shots, that actually lends him to being able to convert that well to threes. But we haven't seen much at all from Ahmad either. I mean, we saw him come out in game number 1, but since then he's been a little bit quiet too. We're normally seeing him really step up in the offense as well. So it's not just them as a team. It could be a little bit of a warm-up issue. They may need a little bit of time, like it was the case in the closed qualifiers for the Middle East during the Intel World Open.
Yeah, and that's probably the positive as well for Sandrock Gaming. I mean, is that the stars, they're 3-star players we talk about. It's 3 world-class players, and they haven't quite been firing. Not a single player you could say is really playing to the potential that we've seen from them in the past.
We hold them to high standards.
100%, and so that's the positive. I mean, you're 2-1 down the series. You have taken that game already. You're versing a team that's got a new roster. They're gonna have holes in the defense. The issue right now, as we keep talking about, Yummy, is getting Top Blokes on defense because they clearly don't like defending. They want to go in the offense. They want to push forward. And right now, here we go. Game number 4, Sandrock Gaming. Can they get into that offense? Can they create some opportunities and open up the net?
This is the time to do it. They're not out at all right now, but if they went down 3-1, then they're starting to look in trouble as Ahmad had to dive across that one already right at the very beginning. Top Blokes doing exactly what you said, CJ, starting that pressure, getting into that forward half as much as they can.
And just so many diving saves coming out from Sandrock Gaming. It makes you nervous on that team, watching that team, because it seems like there's so many opportunities that should just be easily parried away that they're sort of only just getting to at the dying second. So that's hard to see, but Archie, that could have been something special off the ceiling. O'Callaghan on the backboard's going to be able to clear that one away. But Top Blokes, again, this offense is exciting. They're just going off the ceiling, looking for the infield. Pass doesn't quite come out. Archie's keeping the pressure on, and Top Blokes, they're picking up where they left off, Yummy. Can they put it away? There we go. This offense is looking incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Chaussette gets the first goal on the board.
Shot after shot after shot. This is such an exciting Top Blokes to see. Getting them on offense, getting goals. And, well, as you said, it's diving saves coming out from SRG, but they are on a little higher ping. They are running out of boost in these situations. You can't rely on getting those diving saves in those dire moments.
Yeah, the ping is always going to be a massive factor, just for reaction time. And as we spoke about the confidence factor of following up your teammates, that's always going to be a little issue. When you've got a little ping, you've got to be a little bit more hesitant, and that's just natural, Yummy. There's not really anything you can sort of do about that. There's going to be a slight delay compared to the other team. So you can expect that from Sandrock Gaming. However, that's the handicap we sort of put on this team, Yummy. We just expect they're going to perform under any situation. So we'd love to see them create a bit more offense, and this is a great start, forcing out a couple of double commits from Top Blokes.
And they're used to it. I mean, they're always playing on the EU servers, so this is their home turf, realistically. So there's no real excuses to be given out, but it has been a massive performance from Top Blokes as well. They are absolutely performing impeccably. I didn't expect them to play this well, given it is the first series. I have seen some of the interviews of the other teams, though, and they're all rating Top Blokes with Chaussette really highly.
Oh, here's the man again. We just keep speaking about it. It's like he watched the pre-show and remembered the fact that he actually is an offensive beast whenever he gets down there. This is what we love to see. Chaussette, he's got the striking, he's got the solo plays. That's his second goal on the board here in game number 4. And Top Blokes, they are looking super strong here in this tournament, in this series.
And maybe an underrated part of Chaussette's play as well. He's obviously very well known in the past for his dribble plays, but his shot placement has always been excellent. Surely that goes in. It does. It was going to hang on the line. I was worried for a second there, but Senzo will secure the goal.
This bumping duel coming out between Ahmad and... Oh, my goodness. They tried so hard, the Top Blokes defense, to keep that one out. But finally, we see a goal on the board for Sandrock Gaming. They've brought the deficit back to 1 here. Half the game left, heaps of time. This is where we need to see them step up. The mechanics have to be warm by now, Yummy. As you said, there's no excuses. This is a server that they're so used to playing on. So this is exciting to see if you're for Sandrock Gaming. Can they push forward with 2 minutes 20 on the clock, get that equalizer and look to level up this series as Archie almost gets the double touch and a double commit comes out from Top Blokes.
That was inches away, only just going slightly high, but you knew he had the targeting on form, looking for the top of the net, looking at above the defenders. Even still, it's good pressure here coming out from Top Blokes. They may still be able to score this opportunity as Cassio goes for the double. It sinks in front of net, but Chaucet can't get it past Ahmad. As it will get cleared out, but even a clear here, it's not going to do too much if there's not enough boost on the SRG members. It may still be an opportunity, but no, Senzo's done a lot. He's got the shot on, but is saved out by Chaucet. Any chance for SRG to get a quick counterattack has been nullified.
Huge from Chaucet. He had 20 boost there, and if he hesitated, he would have lost all momentum and would have been able to get up for that shot. So he just had to commit. He had to go. He had to just send it. He had to full send it, as our coach would say. I mean, he just went for it. He got the save. Beautiful defense. And now Archie's going to have a chance. Senzo gets beaten for free. This could be open if the demo comes out on Khaled. Ahmad does get back and just supports the defense from the midfield. Great little play there from Sandrock Gaming to keep it out. However, Yummy, they don't need to keep it out. They need it down the other end, and they need to score a goal.
Oh, they've had a few opportunities, but for the most part, so well controlled by Top Blokes. And speaking of control, that air dribble by Chaucet over the defenders is only going to help their cause and maybe even waste a little bit of time and boost as a shot from the midfield from Ahmad will be very easily saved. So will that one as Chaucet gets a big clear. But this is where we want to see that pressure coming out. In fact, it's not the pressure. It's a desperate demo attempt from Senzo, and that's allowed Top Blokes to get it to the other end. Maybe even a shot here as Chaucet gets saved out by Ahmad. You don't see a follow-up, though, from SRG. They need to be at the other end. They need to be looking for counterattacks and defensive passes. They're not coming. It's going to be a goal as Chaucet. He doesn't sink this one. He found the angle, but not the net.
I don't know what that top corner did to Chaucet, but he's angry. Senzo tries to send it down the other end. Sandrock Gaming, 10 seconds left here. They're pushing forward, can't get the touch. Senzo's going to keep it in, put a shot on net. But Top Blokes, they've got 3 members back. What can Sandrock Gaming create here? Everyone in defense. Fake Ahmed off the ceiling. No, off the bar, and Khaled can't quite get it. Ball hits the ground. Top Blokes take that one out in exciting fashion in the end there as Sandrock Gaming, they try to keep it close here. Top Blokes, they probably should have scored, to be fair to them, in the final 30 seconds. Chaucet, as I said, I'm not sure what the top right corner did to him, but I clearly had a problem with it. Archie probably should have hit the double tap. But Top Blokes, again, the offense, it's strong. The defense has been a little bit questionable at times. They're a little bit jumpy, but they are a new team, and the offense, as we said, it's winning them the game right now. It's winning them the series.
I mean, their defense and their midfield control is doing it as well. I mean, they're getting a lot of offense because they're holding that midfield line. They're spacing out well. And that's why SRG have only had 1 goal per game thus far. We could have had one maybe at that last second, but once again, that double commit coming in. And that one goes off the pile as well. This one too. Oh, 2 shots. Neither of them sink. So it will stay at 0-0.
Oh, Sandrock Gaming, absolute jumping jacks. Ball comes across net. Top Blokes, they're still trying to push forward. They're still looking for the goal, and Cassio even gets a demo on his way out and the corner boost for good measure. This offense is not going anywhere right now. They've got all the boost, all the pressure. And look at the way they just back off there, Yummy, just to create another opportunity. Now Cassio, he gets the waterfall drop down. Beautiful save from Senzo. That was huge. He had 2 Top Blokes players ready to put that one away, and he keeps Sandrock Gaming alive, and Top Blokes scoreless here in game number 5.
I think I need to sign up for the SRG fitness plan, lose a few kilos, then be jumping up and down in front of that, get a few squats in, as they're just managing to hold out, get it to the other end, but every time they do, it is straight back into their own half. A chance though. Oh, Khaled, some time, some room, some backboard, a follow-up, but saved out again by Cassio.
Huge play coming out from Casio, the defense. Archie, though, is going to have the one-on-one flick coming over the top. Oh, Khaled, he's used to the dribble plays, the 1v1s. He gets the save there. And just keeping it. Oh, again, there's just so many last-second saves. We talked about it all series, Yummy. How Sandrock Gaming, they're just struggling to make these last-ditch efforts that look like they should be easy saves on net.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard as well for Top Blokes to get past the defense now that it seems that SRG are stacking the net a lot more. It seems they're more focused on the defense overall, but that's also meaning that there will be double commits, there will be opportunities for it to be drawn out, but Ahmad will get first blood once again.
Beautiful pass coming out here. Beautiful pass from Senzo. Made sure set go on the backboard. We speak about it so much. When you've got one defender left, you make him make a decision, Yummy. He has to go the backboard. Yeah. He has to stay in net, and then you take the other option. It's a bit of a duel, bit of a mind game, sort of, so to speak. And that was beautiful drop down there. As soon as you notice him hit the backboard, hit the pass down, and it was pretty much an open net from then on.
I mean, that's kind of the mix-up that we've seen from SRG multiple times now. You're thinking that they're going to go straight, direct towards the net, like they have been with their solo plays, but then they've got this surprising pass straight into the mid, and that's caught out Top Blokes off guard in multiple of these goals. We're now looking for goal number 2. We're looking for SRG to score 2 goals in a game, and there is a lot of time on the board. Oh, Khaled may be able to set it up, but it goes very high. It's going to make the shot come in a bit later, as that one takes time, and it will get cleared out.
And it's do or die right now for Sandrock Gaming, as we said. So it's pleasing to see them just create these opportunities. And I think that we've been a bit harsh on them offensively. I think that perhaps you're right. The Top Blokes defense has been pretty solid because when they've had those sort of, 1vx opportunities, 1v1 or 2v1 opportunities, they have been able to make the right decision and put the goal away. It's just that they haven't really had too many of those opportunities. So I'm not sure, Yummy, whether that's Sandrock Gaming not quite creating enough or it's Top Blokes just being superb in defense and backing each other up.
Well, I can tell you that Casio has always been really good at getting balls out of defense, and he may even get a chance at the other end. And we've seen Chaucette do the same throughout this series. Really just find individual moments and individual touches on the defense. So maybe not a defense holding strong by standard means, but a defense holding strong by just getting it out quickly and finding little openings.
Oh, that is disgusting. Archie, stop it. What a redirect coming at here. Beautiful pass from Chaucette off the sidewall, sending the infield, and Archie being an absolute pest in front of goal, sitting in the box, making sure that one finds the top bins. That was disgusting. That is why he's such a world-class player.
And for those who come from other games, haven't seen a lot of Rocket League, that is a crazy aggressive position for Archie to be in. And look at this. They've turned it around immediately off the kickoff. They get a second goal. And what looks like SRG could have a chance. It is now all in Top Blokes' favour.
Yeah, Khaled getting faked out there in the corner by Casio. Beautiful shot. I think he might have expected the dribble or the touch off the corner, but just put the brakes on in the corner. Got faked out a little bit. Casio gets essentially a kickoff goal for Top Blokes and gets the lead back in their hands. There's the flip reset from Mo Khaled. That's what we love to see. He gets the equaliser here for Sandrock Gaming.
It's so surprising. This is the first real big flip reset that has been successful here for SRG. They're known for it, and it is Khaled to get that top right corner and tie it up. You can't count out SRG at any moment in time, but they have to worry about this kickoff if the history is to repeat itself. And Casio will be the one looking for a pass into centre. It's difficult as Khaled just has to avoid the defender. That one goes off the bar. It's so close. A minute left, and it could have been Top Blokes securing it. Ahmad with another save. It's in the corner. It's getting very tight here for SRG, but they've managed to clear it. Well done by Ahmad.
Huge plays. Archie had an open net. You hate to say it, but he just absolutely smashed it off the crossbar. And then a huge save coming out from Sandrock Gaming. There's got to be some more saves. They're going to have to come out now because Top Blokes, they're pushing the defense. They're pushing the Sandrock Gaming defense, and they're looking to get the winner here in regulation time. They don't want an overtime. Sandrock Gaming, though, on the other hand, Yummy, they look like they're just trying to hold on.
Archie so threatening there. He was hanging on the backboard as well. And as a defender, when it's Archie up there, you have to worry about the fact that you will get a crazy redirect like that. And that's powerful in its own right. That will open up opportunities. That's how they're going to stop it. A couple of demos on top blokes will prevent them from getting a quick goal. But Archie's still there and looking threatening. There's still chances here for top blokes to score unless Senzo takes it to the other end. He's got an extra touch, but Chaussette shuts it down. 0 seconds, it looks like in regulation time. It will hit the ground. We have our first overtime.
Someone needs to tell Archie that there's a defensive half of the field right now, because this game, he has just sat on the offensive backboard. And as we said, he got the redirect goal, he got the equalising goal. And I say he's being a pest, Jummy, because he just shouldn't be there, should he? He just shouldn't be that far downfield, just sitting there being annoying, being a nuisance. And that's exactly what, in the end, top blokes did need. Just a little bit more of an unknown element down in the offensive half.
Yeah, just a little fly on the wall, the buzzing that normally comes in my ear when we're talking with each other. But he's applying a lot of pressure, even though he's so far out of position. The defenders have to be scared. That's a huge save. Senzo diving, pre-jumping, managing to get it out, and will even potentially get a follow-up. But Senzo's doing a lot of work here in defense.
Oh, just hanging on by the skin of their teeth is Sandrock Gaming in this single elimination tournament. It is a best of 7. It is currently 3-1. If top blokes take this, they'll be sending Sandrock Gaming home, and there it is. Chaussette, the man, the myth. He's on a new team, and he's absolutely loving it. He gets the winner there for top blokes. They take it out 4-1.
I don't know if that was purposeful, but he boosted towards it. It was a massive double dunk from Chaussette. You love to see it. He's stepped up as the new member of Top Blokes, stood out, and what a team. It really looks like, to me, Top Blokes have come in, they're coming in with form, and may just be the team to beat in this competition.
Well,
Wow,
sorry,
talk to me.
I'm jumping in right. I'm just going to go straight in here, boys. I mean, a great series from Top Blokes nonetheless. What are we taking away from this for SRG there, CJ?
I mean, for SRG, they just didn't quite get into the series as much as we wanted. Obviously, in that last game, we saw Khaled hit that beautiful flip reset that you guys are seeing on your screens. That was awesome, but, I mean, just the offense right now, it's hard to take anything away too much from Sandrock Gaming, because this Top Blokes offense was incredible. And as you said, Yummy, it had